What up? This is Robert Ory.
Or three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
Here we go. Show number 2 this week of the Big Shot Bob podcast. Lots of stuff we didn't get to on the Tuesday show. And thank you for everybody's fun feedback on the Tuesday show. We did have a good time. If you missed anything, the James Harden trade, everything that came down this week, it's in the Tuesday show. Go find it at Big Shot Bob Podcast. And, man, we got stuff we didn't get to. Oh, boy, we got stuff we didn't get to. Shoot around this week. I'll start with this one, Rob. What's the weather like out there in the fine city of Los Angeles?
75, 80. Depending on the day, we have a heat wave coming through. So
you bastard.
But it's a lot. We have fires again right now because of all the sun and the wind. So
well, damn, I didn't realize. It's getting cold here in Atlanta. It's very cold in other parts of the country. There was a lot of college football games this past weekend where it was snowing, including the Colorado State Air Force game. Then the problem came from Colorado State got called for a penalty. Let's go to the referees.
For the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Colorado State bench. Will the audience please refrain from throwing snowballs? It will continue to cost Colorado State.
So they're penalizing Colorado State because their fans are raining snowballs down on the Air Force sideline during the game. And, of course, immediately here come more snowballs as soon as you penalize
right?
But 15 yards unsportsmanlike conduct for throwing snowballs.
That is funny.
You're penalizing us because our fans are having fun in the snow?
Hey, this just hasn't been Colorado weeks. The Colorado team players get their stuff stolen
That's
out the
on the
Rose
sheet,
Bowl.
too. Let's talk about that since we're already in Colorado. Jesus. Literally, they got robbed. Several Buffalo players complained they had jewelry stolen from their lockers during their matchup against UCLA on Saturday. Deion Jr. shared the allegations. You got players saying stuff like, you're going to play football and know that your shit is safe. That joint's messed up. I guess my question is, and for starters, the story itself sucks. How are you going to get stuff stolen from the locker room?
Well, that's weird because you usually have someone left in the locker room or someone outside the locker room, or they lock the locker room. So, but, that lets you know how old the Rose Bowl is. And so I feel bad for those kids.
Yeah,
But that also, though, that goes you from doing all this and flaunting your shit. You ain't going to do that no more, are you?
Well,
you
all
gonna
right.
leave
So
that shit at home
do you
or
think
lock
that
it up
was
somewhere else?
Do you think that was directed at Colorado for that reason?
No, I just think they took crime and opportunity.
Okay.
I think whoever was in there said, we know this team is coming in. We've been known to rob people in there. So now with social media, they probably know about it. And they went in and took their shit.
Yeah, I would think that there would be some type of security there looking after the locker rooms or some sort. But somebody was like, look.
Rose Bowl they ain't got no cameras.
They was like, somebody was like, look, you in LA. And you might be liking to get your stuff taken, in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, dang, because you remember Deion back at Jackson State had some stuff stolen out of the allegation was stuff stolen out of his office.
I remember that, yeah.
And I forgot what the resolution to that was.
I don't remember, but I remember the story, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, man, just don't bring the jewelry on the road with you.
To me, it's like when all these people says, hey, I'm going on vacation, this, and like, okay, you going on a vacation? How long you going? Oh, I'm be in Hawaii for 2 weeks. Oh, your house is wide ass open.
Yeah, shit's getting stolen.
Boy, that's one thing about social media, boy. It can hurt you. These people putting their stuff on social media and flashing what they got. Yeah, you just asking for you to get robbed. I said, that's right. No, I ain't got shit in my house.
Yet every week on the podcast, you break out another cool piece of memorabilia. Like, hey, look at this. Hey, look what I got. Yeah. I guess my question is, did you ever have a teammate who got something stolen from them, or guys that you just maybe thought did too much with the jewelry and the stunting and that kind of thing?
The only time I had my house robbed one time on Valentine's Day, but in college, it was the game after Christmas. We had all come back from a tournament. We got some nice little swag bags. man, we went off and we had a game. You know, it was one of those games and long game. We come back to our rooms. 5 of us have been robbed. My mom had just bought me a new TV. My mom had bought me a new suit because I made the honor roll, and they wiped us out. I was like, what the fuck, man? Everything was gone. I was like, it was like 4 of us that got robbed, and I was so mad.
What? Where did this happen?
At Alabama.
On campus, in the dorm.
On campus.
Oh.
Yeah, while we had a game. And all I can remember saying, got my new suit. I ain't had a chance to wear it yet.
It's gone. Meanwhile, you know the guy down the hall who's the arm sleeves out this long. I wonder who took my shit.
Yeah.
Like in Coming to America when they see the homeless people wearing their their stuff when you drive by. You said your house got broken into? Where did that happen?
Yeah. It was living in this community.
Was this in LA or?
It was in Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah, and it had to be someone who worked for Kit Carilla, who was the developer and designer of this little set we was living in. And I remember I come home off a road trip and my house was feeling very humid. I said, what the hell? And I walk up in my bedroom and the window pane was broken. I was like, I was just getting a new roof. I said, oh, they must have broken and didn't know and didn't tell me. I was all pissed off. So I walk in my closet and it's just shit everywhere. The drawers are pulled out. I was like, oh, fuck, I've been robbed. But here's this crazy thing. I had just, because I was redoing my insurance, I had just assessed all my jewelry. And I left in a hurry. So my jewelry was laying on my bed. And so they went straight to the closet and went straight out. They didn't go through the house. And every house in the neighborhood, like 6 of us that got hit that night. Mm-hmm. We all got hit the same way. And whoever it is had to know how these Kit Carilla homes were built because they all entered the homes the same way. Through the bedroom, through a little door. And there's one lady across the street from me, she had like, I don't know if this is true, but she said she had like $600,000 worth of jewelry stolen. So.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, I've never been, thankfully, have never had my house robbed. That's got to be the worst feeling.
And I had the alarm on. I don't know how the hell they bypassed the alarm, but now I got fucking like shattered stuff everywhere, alarms everywhere. And then now we know.
Well, it's a different day and age too, though, because it's like I've got the Ring stuff on my house. I could log into my Ring right now and see everything that's happening in my house. Yeah.
And now, with Storm, I dare you to come up in here with Storm in here. Shit. Storm will eat your ass alive.
Yeah, no kidding. Every guy that walks in your front door, he's like, I'm here to fix the cable. How many cable guys have sued Robert Horry over the years? More than I care to count.
Don't walk up in this house unannounced.
All right, I want to get to Kelly Stafford because we sort of teased it on the Tuesday show. We didn't talk about it. Do you know what's going on with her and Blueface?
No.
So apparently, I think I know a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't know if this has anything to do with this, so correct me if I'm wrong. Blueface was at the Rams game.
Yes.
And while he was in his suite or whatever, he had strippers out there and he was throwing money. And I guess obviously other people saw it. And I don't know what Kelly Stafford said, but I know it's probably in response to that.
Okay, so Kelly Stafford apparently got a word from one of her young daughters.
Yeah.
That people were posting all over social media about the strippers and Mommy, there's a lot of butts at these games, I think is what her daughter said to her. And she kind of dug in a little bit and realized what was happening. And I mean, when I say it was like he was throwing the money, they had 2-3 girls, bare asses more or less hanging out. And then Kelly has a podcast apparently and said this on her podcast about what was going on.
But if you have that kind of stuff happening at games, adults are not going to want to bring their kids.
No, you can't bring children to that.
No. And all of a sudden in 20 years, you're not going to have these 4- and 5-year-olds because they're like, well, I'm not taking them to that game.
Did security stop it? Like, what happened?
So I think security did. They ended up kicking him out. So, which is wild. He proposed to his girlfriend in the suite and then had strippers. I mean, my guess is those are strippers, correct? They all had matching thongs.
No, there's those. They have.
Are they friends?
I would hope that that's what that is. Yeah.
And it's embarrassing.
So obviously, when it's the wife of the Rams quarterback saying this, it carries a little bit of weight. Blueface snaps back on social. He goes off on her, calls her a Karen. Says, Matt, come get your wife, bro, before I get disrespectful. Karen on here, shaking my head. I paid for the suite. If I wanted you in the suite, Kelly, I could have paid for you as well. And your nephews and daughter have seen worse on Instagram if they haven't already. Welcome to L.A.
Can I say something, though?
On Twitter. Go, man.
Please.
Blueface has a mental illness. I'm not saying that as I know that for a fact, but there are a lot of things that he has done that shows that he ain't right in the head. You can't, bro, I don't care if you did pay for the suite. You can't do that at football games. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know if we've ever seen. We live in Atlanta, the home of the strip club scenery. I don't think we've ever had anybody do that in a suite before. So he's sitting there talking about we're in LA. Atlanta and Houston, and maybe New York being third, are the 2 to 3 homes of when it comes to strip club capitals, especially Atlanta and Houston.
Lord.
I don't think we've ever seen in the suite at a Texans game or at a Falcons game, all the strippers there and you just throwing money everywhere. We've never seen
Dolphins game, home on Uncle Luke.
Yeah,
Luke
Miami
Campbell's
is
at all
place.
those games. Yeah.
So I it's something wrong with dude. It's really something wrong with dude in the way that he goes about conducting himself and the way that he goes about, handling his business. So yeah, you can't do that.
No.
And then gonna take a step further and say, I could have paid to have you down there too. Hey, bro, when you start talking about another man's wife like that,
oh yeah,
especially the wife of the quarterback,
starting quarterback for the Rams
of the franchise,
yeah,
you got to relax.
Whose stadium you're in?
You got to relax because they'll get rid of you quickly.
Yeah,
he'll be the quarterback. They'll ban you.
Mm-hmm. Is he even from LA? I don't even know who he is. I've heard of him.
I've heard his name, but I don't know. I don't know where he's from.
Lately, all the trouble with him and his baby's mamas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But it's like, I mean, to B's point, when you get tickets to go on the suite level, I mean, you have all kinds of stuff that you can and cannot do. You know this, Rob. You've been up there plenty of times. They give you the rundown, man. You can't just go up there and do whatever the hell you want. I don't care how much you paid.
And the suite he was in was, I just saw it was the floor. It's like the field level suite.
Right. So it was like on display. It wasn't like it was happening inside that was on display.
It's one of the bigger suites where it's like one of those suites where you have I don't know if he bought the whole suite out, because I think that one holds about 60 people. And so, because I've been in that one before for WWE. So, but it'd be very interesting to see if he bought that whole suite out and what happened. I gotta do some investigation, so I gotta make a phone call.
You go ahead, man. Make a call. I got no problems with what she said, though. I get it.
Me either.
I mean, the NFL's trying to cater to younger fans, and if if you're allowing that kind of crap to happen, now it happens once, fine. You move on from it. And she's allowed to say what she said. I thought it was disrespectful. I thought it was embarrassing. That's fine. You could say all that stuff. If you let this happen again, or you let this guy rent out another suite, and because I feel like
in another city,
but I feel like a lot of times when people feel disrespected, what do? We double down. We don't know how to just go, it's probably a lot. Like you go, oh, you want to see disrespectful? I'll show you disrespectful. And you get a second suite, and now it's like twice as many strippers and like 5 more people and the whole to-do. So if they let this happen again, there's going to be a big problem.
Don't they first of all, they're going to have to find out what his real name is. Find out what his real name is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But
they have no problem figuring that out.
Yeah. But here's the thing: with so many people, he can just buy the tickets under someone else's name, transfer them, or whatever you're gonna do.
I know they can't keep them out, but it's like you
can't keep them out.
At some point, though, this is going to get out there again. They're going to have to shut this down.
So
if he tries to do it again. Yeah.
I was at LA Live yesterday before the Laker game, and I looked and I saw Bad Bunny's face. I'm like, what the? But it was like a most wanted sign, but it's for his tour that's coming up. They're going to have that on for Blueface out of every arena. Wanted. Don't let him in your arena, or he's going to have strippers shaking that ass.
A picture of him making it rain. Yeah, don't let him in.
But that's what he does. I mean, that falls right in the line in the arena of, what Blueface does and what he, just kind of who he is. But you can't have that happen at the game. I don't care how much money you paid for a suite. I don't care where it is. You do got kids there, and you can't do that.
And it's not oftentimes, too, that the quarterback's wife starts weighing in. That usually doesn't happen that much.
I'm coming.
But she weighs in on a lot of
doing that.
But Kelly.
Oh no, she does.
Yeah, with that podcast,
she
she be weighing in on a lot of things. Certain things, I'll look at it and I'll be like,
didn't she get into hot water for saying some stuff about Matt and about
certain things she need to lay off
to LA maybe or something.
Yeah,
certain she got in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, some things I think she should just lay off of. But those podcasts, because it's something that it's not her having to answer for. It's Matt having to answer for.
Yeah, and then he's going, what did you think about your wife saying this? And it's like,
right.
He should never have to answer that question. Yeah.
Right.
We do have questions, though, do need to be answered. They come from people across social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you want to send us a question, we're at Big Shot Bob Pod anywhere. This one comes from Dave on Twitter. Rob, is boxing rigged or just dead?
I don't know.
Did you see the story this week about the Tyson Fury? And I guess his name is Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
They were fighting in Saudi Arabia over the weekend, which, by the way, happened at 2:00 in the afternoon on a college football Saturday. Like, I didn't even know it was happening until it was already happening.
I know it. We were at Christian's game, and they're like, Tyson Fury won. I'm like,
apparently Ngannou knocked Tyson Fury down during the match, and somehow Tyson Fury won in a split decision. Well, so, of course, everybody just went up in arms about boxing's rigged.
Yeah, well, because they show you his face and they show you Tyson's face after and Tyson looked like someone just beat his ass.
Whoop, man.
And the thing about boxing is you're gonna have to knock a champ out 9 times out of 10. And I don't think he was able to knock him out. He knocked him down, but didn't knock him out. And they showed all the punching, all this, the stats for punching, power punches, everything. Tyson Fury had beat him on every category except for power punches. So I don't know if they went down to that technical, but from the highlights I've seen, he whooped his ass. He whooped Tyson's ass.
It looked like Tyson got beat pretty bad. And again, I didn't watch the fight either. I did the same thing you did. I skimmed through and I found all the highlights, but it looked like Tyson got whooped.
Yeah.
Fury
looked fluffy as hell, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He looked big.
Yeah.
He did look a little bit big. Mm-hmm. But they're also fighting in Saudi Arabia.
Well,
take that with
Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah, but take that with a grain of salt. Like, I don't know who's judging that fight. I don't know how.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you get outside the United States for stuff like this, especially over in Saudi, I don't know how. Whose pockets are getting lined over there. I really don't. What kind of gaming commission oversees it? I have no idea.
You know the purse for that fight?
I do not.
I'm not sure what the purse was.
I do not know what the purse was. But
I think they're going to have to check.
When you're playing in Saudi Arabia, they probably both got paid.
Yeah. I guarantee you they're going to have to take, if he wants to become a professional boxer, they're going to take his ass serious now because he put his hands on Fury Boy a lot. And he's just like.
Looks like Fury made 50. Fury made $50 million on that fight.
Wow, no wonder he took that fight. He probably had it there like, I'm gonna take this fight, but I can't lose my belt.
Yeah, he got paid 50. I'm trying to find out how much Ngannou got paid. I can't find it, but I know all the stories are about Fury taking 50 to go fight him in Saudi Arabia. So I don't know what the purse was, but I know Fury got paid. So yeah, I think there may have been a condition of, I'll take this fight, so long as this little joker stays around my waist, I'm good. The other question we had on the sheet today came from Corey. Do you watch the World Series if you don't have a team in it that you're rooting for? World Series ratings, by the way, reported the lowest since before the pandemic.
Seriously?
So yeah, like the World Series ratings, because it's the Rangers and the Diamondbacks, not really two nationally celebrated teams, and two teams that I don't think anybody would have bet Rangers Diamondbacks in the World Series this year. So the ratings are abysmal.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So you should watch. These been some good ass games though.
They have been good.
Yeah, but these aren't two franchises that I haven't even watched any of it.
I watched 2 of them.
Okay,
I watched 2.
I watched almost all of Game 2, and about 3 or 4 innings of Game 1.
I watched all of them. I watched like 4 or 5 innings, and then basketball comes on and I switch over. But
I watched it, and I caught up on the Garcia walk off in the first game because holy crap, Seager's home run in the 9th, and then Garcia's walk off in I think it was the 11th. I mean that's a way to end a World Series game. But
Texas is going to be in trouble now with Garcia being hurt if he can come back.
Because he is he's a beast.
He's been killing it. His story, though, his story is wonderful from why he had to fight to get to where he is right now. Never give up on your dreams. Whoever, listening, no matter how hard that road is, if you keep fighting and you got what you want in your sight, keep getting there.
Yep.
And he got there.
So I guess the question is, what sport will you always watch the championship series or game, even if you don't have a dog in the fight? Because it seems like a lot of people are bowing out on the World Series.
Oh, whether I have a dog in the fight or not.
Whether you have a dog in the fight or not, you're going to watch it.
Obviously the
Super Bowl.
NFL playoffs, Super Bowl,
obviously.
NBA champ, the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl is number one for me, just for the commercials and the halftime show, and that's it. Basketball.
What about the college football title game?
Oh yeah, that too.
Because I'll probably always watch that.
The playoffs. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
So I guess here's the question: if it's two teams, you could care less. Like, for sake of argument, Michigan and Notre Dame are playing in the national championship game. I ain't gonna pay. Now it'll never happen. But I pay zero attention. Like if it's Ohio State and Oklahoma, I don't give a shit. I'm Mike Malone all day on that one, right?
Yeah.
Which
if it's two good teams, like if it's like Georgia and Ohio State, I'll watch. But like last year, I didn't watch because I knew it. Like the TCU didn't supposed to be there, and what's the other one that was there? Kansas State. Those two teams.
And honestly, any year that Notre Dame made it, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think Super Bowl's number one.
That's
NBA Finals too, because I'll always watch the NBA Finals.
Yeah, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And if I think these two teams are going to be a good matchup, I'll watch. But if I think I ain't going to watch. But only one, football, NFL definitely is number one.
Yeah, Super Bowl, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more, and then we'll wrap up Shoot Around this week. Congratulations to Magic Johnson, who, according to Forbes, has now eclipsed the $1 billion mark. Magic is now a billionaire, estimated at $1.2 billion. There's only 3 other athletes that have hit the mark of billionaire. Can you pull the other 3?
Yeah, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, and
MJ.
Yeah, the most obvious one, Michael Jordan, just because of
MJ
Nike.
should have been the first one.
I was going to say he eclipsed that mark a long time ago. I think.
Yeah, it's true.
Nike put all that money in his pocket.
Yeah.
If you had $1 billion, what are you spending it on? What are you going to go out and frivolously spend money on with $1 billion?
It won't be a boat because I'm scared of shit of the water. Even though I can swim, I ain't just going to go cruising on some damn boat. I'm scared of PJs. No,
but you don't buy with $1 billion. You don't buy like a tiny little rickety ass boat. You buy the Jeff Bezos.
Hey, I don't care. It could be a damn cruise ship. I ain't getting on that mug.
You ain't getting on a cruise ship?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
It's like a floating hotel. I mean, you barely can tell that you're on a boat.
Because that bitch go down.
It ain't going down. This isn't the Titanic. We don't live in 1922. That fucking cruise ship ain't sinking.
Hey, you remember right when the pandemic happened, that bitch was turned sideways and people was throwing up and all that?
Yeah, but
that just happened just a couple of years ago.
So, all right. So cruise ships have stabilizers that allow them not to do that.
I don't care.
The stabilizers went out on that ship, and that thing was just doing that.
And I won't buy a private jet. That's something I cannot put. I'm scared of private jets.
That I'm with you on.
Yeah. But I think for me, it'd be just to set up homes for my kids. And I think also do a lot of charity work for vets and stuff like that and try to get, because we forget about our vets so much and, do something with, PTSD. Because these guys, man, I know after seeing them, until you see it live, you don't really think about it. And for me, what happened with my father and going to the VA and seeing all these vets just sitting out there in their wheelchairs, it's like you want to do something to provide some type of entertainment. Then, like not like every day, but like maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays to give them something. So I would find something to do charity wise too, but other than take care of my family.
Look at you trying to earn the nobility card on that one. No. I'm like, you a hookers? You want a house? You want a car? You're like, nah, I'm going to do something for the vets. And I'm like, all right, I suck.
I'm going to buy me a strip club so I can walk in that bitch free every night.
Like Tony Soprano with the bada bing. Just walk right in. B, what are you spending your money on? You got $1 billion.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna fall off the map.
No one ain't gonna ever see you again.
I
Hey,
think
next time you see him, his beard gonna be down the air.
Yeah.
He gonna have dreadlocks.
Look like you'd be living on an island for 10 years by himself.
like, yeah, I'll break some of my family off. You know, a nice little piece, and then invest. You know, create a nice.
To what end though? Because when you have $1 billion, what are you trying to do with it? You know what I mean?
Get to two?
But like,
get to three.
Now you're being greedy. See, now
let's be honest. Now, the first thing you're gonna do is try to court somebody. Come on, let's just say that now.
Oh yeah, but my thing is this:
you gonna go right after her. Hey, I'm a billionaire.
But see, my thing is, whoever that may be, hopefully I'll have her before then.
Oh, okay. You know who we talking about?
Oh, you talking about somebody in particular?
Yeah, we talking about somebody in particular.
Man, shoot! By that time, if she ain't already married or got somebody,
hey, that day ain't gonna have $1 billion.
Hey, look,
but if it takes $1 billion to get her, do you really want it?
That's what I'm saying. Do I really want it?
Do you really want it? Yeah, you do.
Yes.
You do. Yeah, you do.
And my thing is this. She around billionaires already.
But they ain't you, dog.
I mean, yeah, they not me, true. But I
all
ain't
like
them.
Mark Cuban and shit. You know,
right.
I mean,
exactly.
Nothing against Mark. I'm just saying, you know.
It ain't just Mark Cuban. It's look, she works in sports. She's very attractive. She be around the rich ones. They don't even have to be billionaires.
Old white men, though. It's all like
no, not all of them.
And, you know?
Not all of them. And they don't even have to be billionaires.
Hey, ain't that wrong with old white guys? Look at someone very attractive on NBA TV is engaged to a white guy. Ain't that wrong with that?
Oh, who?
Malika.
Oh, to Dave McMenamin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But Dave McMenamin ain't old.
Well,
no, he's got $1 billion, so.
No, he ain't got that either.
Oh, I don't know.
That kind of fell under the radar. I think some people only know about that. A lot of people don't know about
I didn't
that.
know about that.
Yeah,
I knew about it
for a while. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that leads us to a moral question. We'll end the show on a moral question. I saw this on a friend's Facebook page this week. I saved it in my folder to ask you guys. Your friend takes you to the casino. He or she gives you $50 to gamble with, and you win $100,000. How much do you give your friend? They gave you the 50.
On this one?
They gave you the $50. The options on the question, and you can say whatever you want, but the options that were listed were $50,000, which is half.
Mm-hmm.
The original $50 back. $1,000 for being a nice person, or absolutely nothing.
Then this is the God honest truth. I think it has a lot to deal with who the friend is. If it's Shaq, I ain't getting him shit.
No, no, absolutely.
I'm giving you shit. I ain't giving you anything.
Shit. No,
you know,
he probably wouldn't accept it either.
Yeah, but it's like most of my friends, they give me that, I'm gonna go half. You know, so because these are your close friends, you're like, yo, man, I want $100,000. Here's half for you and half for me. You know, so to me, it would be the only right thing to do, 50-50, you know.
Okay.
But that times out the person that my friends be like, no, dog, you know, you keep that. You won that. But so.
I'm just putting it out there. I would not say that. I would happily take the half.
I actually think, if I won the $100,000, I think I may go half too. I just think.
I think you kind of have to, right?
Well, you ain't got to do. You don't have to do nothing but stay the complexion that you are and die. You ain't got to do nothing. But I'm saying,
nice pivot on the phrase. I like that.
Because we all because we ain't all black up here. Yeah. So the complexion that you are, and that's so. But what I'm saying is, if you're a decent human being, I think, and that person loans you that money, and then you win that, that chunk of change, whether that person would accept it or not, the fact that hey, look. You had a hand in this. If it wasn't for you loaning me this money, I would have not won.
Lord have mercy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Here's half of the earnings. Here's half of the winnings.
How about you, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'd break you guys off $100. I mean, I thought that was more than fair. No, you go half. You have to go half. I mean, I think the bad karma that would follow you around if you didn't go half.
I know, right?
No matter who gave you the $50, because they gave you the money to go gamble. You had no money. You gave you $50. You can't scrape together $50 to go gamble, and then I'm going to cut you out entirely if I win $100,000. Oh man, I don't need that. I don't need that juju following me around. I'm good.
Does the same thing apply if you win the lottery though?
How much?
All right, so wait, you're saying somebody gives you like $20 to buy a lottery ticket, and you hit the lottery?
Yeah, the last lottery.
No, my goodwill caps at about $1 million. That's about it. My goodwill starts to wear out at the end of six figures.
So the stake was, I think he took. Let's just round it out to $500 million. He brought home. So out of that $500 million, you only gonna give the guy $1 million.
Only $1 million? Is that what you just said? Only $1 million?
After you give him $1 million, that's only what, $450,000.
Well, but I'm the one who won the shit. You didn't win nothing. You got $1 million for giving me $20.
I gave you the $20.
The return on investment is good for you. I have no bad juju at $1 million. What do I owe you? So you're saying if I win $500 million, I owe you $250 million?
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. At least you can give me $100 million, man.
Like, fuck all the way off. Like, what are you doing?
You won the lottery, man. You got $500 million.
You're going to get $1 million, and you're going to be happy about it.
And my thing is, how do you transfer that? Because Cash App got a limit.
Venmo's like, I don't know what to do here. Sorry. Yeah.
My thing is, let's just say I'm trying to get you that kind of money. How do I get that to you?
Hey, you give me $100,000 a week, and I come get $100,000 from you a week.
Nah, because you're gonna
mob. You show up with a briefcase of $100,000 every week.
No, because you know how the lottery, you know how they give you an option whether you get installments every month or you want a lump sum. You know good and well you wouldn't want installments. You would want the full lump sum.
No, that's what I'm saying. You won
I
the
would
billion,
take the installments all day.
That's what I'm saying. You won the billion, but now the lump sum you get is $500 million. Now I just gave you
give me the installments. I ain't leaving $500 million on the table because I want it all at once. I'm patient.
No, dude. No.
I want it all.
Hey,
I want it all.
Dennis, let me just say this. Out of the three of us, 2 of us had heart problems. We need to take that fucking cash now.
All right, yeah, okay. You got a point. All right, good point. Yeah, I'm betting on longevity, which is not on my side. Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're taking that cash now.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.